So the long-awaited rains came. Can you see in the background? No, the rains didn't just come. The rain came and it brought along some wind. So my plantain that just put out shoot has been broken. Uh, I have no idea how to rectify this situation. I've begun to think that I should leave it where it has lied because it fell into the Nesberry tree. Let me turn it around. So that is the banana, the plantain rather, in the Nesberry tree. I think we're going to leave it and see what happens. Will the plantain continue to grow, or is the break too severe for it to continue its growing process? I'm going to leave it. If I don't see the thing getting brown, I know it will continue to strive. But if it begins to brown any at all, then I'll just cut it down and just call it a loss. My word, my word, my word. Ah, well, hello again, world, and welcome right back into my garden. This is Anne from Yard Steading in Jamaica. So, I have been missing in action again, and that is because I have been entrusted with additional activities, or should I say responsibilities, which have me out on the road more days than I would have been initially. So here is my take on the situation. No? I don't want to desert this community. So I have come up with what I am considering to be the best possible solution. I am going to be endeavoring to post at least 2 videos each week. Um, and I'm going to hold myself to that commitment. So I know one might definitely be on a Saturday. Though this Saturday is suspect because I do have a funeral. But outside of this Saturday, I'm sure that Saturday will be a posting day, and I may do one on a either Monday or Thursday, or I'll alternate days, Monday, Thursday, as those seem to be the 2 days that I am least occupied right now. Yeah, so let's just take a trek into the garden now, so I can show you what is happening in there. So did I tell you how that on Saturday I shoot an entire 15-minute video, and I was about to edit the video and realized there's absolutely no sound on the video. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. Nothing on the video. And it's something that I really wanted to share, but I can't tell you about it. So what I was doing was to creating an in-bed ferment. So all that is you dig the trench in the bed, you layer it with the vegetable scrap, you layer it with eggshells, all the stuff that you would normally put in a compost heap. The difference is we're not composting, we are creating what is a ferment. I added some rice, which is what should become the catalyst for microbial activity. So in order to add the rice, you can't put a lot of rice in there because the intent is not to attract insect into your garden bed, but you put enough rice. The starch from the rice serves as food to boost microbial activity, which in turn will cause the vegetative matter that you put in the bed to become, as it were, fermented way faster than you would make compost, you'd make ferment. So having done that, then I dissolve some molasses in water and use it to wet down all of that. So the molasses became food for the microbes that I'm trying to kickstart using the rice. So that was done on that bed that I have earmarked to plant my brassicas in. So that bed will be left for another 2 weeks. So it is this week, then 2 more weeks, and then I'll plant that bed. All right. So one of the um, byproduct of creating the ferment within the bed is that the ferment actually, the rice is a pull for worms. Now I have been looking at my soil and realized that because I have not been growing much and the beds have not been treated or given any food for an extended period of time, that the worms have migrated, but we can't always get them to come back. So this is what I'm trying to do. So I put it in the bed that is not yet being used. The bed I'm going to be filling out for corn. I have not yet filled that bed. I start filling it, it's not yet done. So that bed into which I'm going to be putting the corns to grow and carrots, um, into that bed, I am going to be putting a ferment as well. So I should really be doing that now. The truth of the matter is, while you are growing in a bed, you can actually do this. But because that bed, the suckers for the brassicas have not yet been planted, the seeds rather for the brassicas have not yet been planted, then um, I can run that risk of setting it up. It's not a risk that I can do that. That is really the best way to do it. It should stay between 3 to 6 weeks. So what I have to do is to keep that bed watered, because moisture is one of the components that will ensure that the activity that I am trying to create within the bed will come forth. Alrighty, so I have put in my triangular grow beds. Oh yes, I have. And I think this is colored mint. I got this about a month or so ago. I've had it in water since, because what I did was I was passing, somebody saw it. Actually, I had this plant in my yard, and it became diseased, and I pulled it out. I should take off all the seeds that are on there before I plant it. Or maybe I should just leave it with the seeds. It reminds me, of, there is this flowers, I think it's of the mint family, because it can actually be used to make tea. Soon tell you no right name, because I don't know why I forget the name right now. Nevertheless, as soon as I remember the name, I could probably stick it in the video. All right, but I'm be planting out all of these herbs that I have. The mint, I have a little piece of lemongrass. This lemongrass has been sobbing for almost a year. Normally, when I plant lemongrass, it multiply and fat already. This one look like it now and multiply at tool. The good thing is that not die though. So I have lemongrass, the mint. I have another mint, and I think I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to be planting two mints together. So this one tend to grow up, and the other one is more a ground, like a ground cover. So I'm going to put this in the far side of the triangular bed, and plant the other mint towards the front. So I'm trying to maximize on space. Yeah. Then I'm going to be planting the lemongrass in a bed. All my ginger died. That was during the garden exodus phase, yeah. So all the gingers died, and I have found some ginger pieces that I'm going to be planting out in one of the triangular bed as well. And I've coolie thyme, Cuban oregano, whatever other name it goes by, that I'm going to be putting a small piece over here. I don't need to put a large piece, because that small piece is going to become ginormous in no time. What else do I have as herb? I literally have nothing else that is a herb right now. Can you believe that? All of my rosemary have died. The times that I had, they died. They became waterlogged, so I know I need to change something in the soil composition. I believe that thyme is one of those that like a free draining soil, so I'm going to have to be adding some sand or gravel to the soil. Yeah, because it need to be more porous, so to speak. Yeah, kind of that. Mm. So I'll take you along on the transplanting of these this Holland mint, I think it's called Holland mint, and the lemongrass. I am hoping that when this lemongrass is transplanted, that it will begin to grow. Alrighty. Anyhow, before I plant them in there, I'm going to put a piece of banana peel in each of the bed in the area where I'm going to plant them. Just for these, I'm going to water it in, and then, and then, and then I'm going to plant. Yeah. Oh, what be on? Alrighty. So here we go. Okay, so banana peel in. So, see the roots on this mint? Fabulous looking root structure. Could cut this off. I'm going to be trimming off this, this, um, this, yeah. Trim it off. I'm going to be trimming it off. Let me get. I left the clipper down the bottom, so I'm going to have to be using scissors. Using the scissors. Yeah, I'll take that off. It smells so good. That smells so good. All right, so there we go. There was a humongous plant of this particular mint in my front yard. I used to gift, it was a daily supply for the neighbors who wanted mint for tea. Oh my word. All right. So, Holland mint is planted. Ginger. So I bought ginger and I found a couple of pieces growing some eyes. So I'm planting out the ones that have the eyes growing on them. I'm planting the ginger with the eyes, y'all. I'm planting the gingers with the eye. I'm planting out the gingers with the eye. All right. Ginger planted. Ugh. Okay, so that's ginger planted. What's next? So I need to remove from its container. Remove from its container this piece of lemongrass. I tell you now, no wonder there's something I grow. The soil is as tight as ever. Got the root system almost non-existent. This is bad. All right, let's replant. And I'm going to be putting it in the middle. Not so, no, a little bit towards the back, not the exact middle. And I'll tell you why I'm doing it. I have been promised another plant. I think I'm going to put the two in the same container. All right, so let me water these in now. I need to go get water. Whew. All right, so as I suggested before, the way forward, Saturday uploads, and either Monday or Thursday. That's the best I can promise her right now. It's better to do it that way than to put myself under extreme pressure trying to do it every day of the week. I really cannot manage that. Some mornings when I come into the garden, since I've restarted coming back up here, it is just enough time to water and disappear. That's the honest truth. Why? Because I have a prayer line that commences at 4, and I leave that prayer line at 5:30. Now that is something that was not initially in my sphere, and then now there is another prayer that begins at 5:30, and I tend to leave that one by 6:15. So that's 2. I know, remembering that I would normally be in the garden from about 5:15 in the mornings. So those time that I would have been in the garden is now swallowed up by the prayer system. Do I have any issue with the prayer? Oh no. Oh no. To be honest, I genuinely appreciate that particular um intervention or imposition. I like it. Um do I have to rethink my whole video in perspective? Yes. I might have to change from mornings to evenings in terms of when I produce a video. Outside of that though, the garden is coming along. It is coming along. The sweet potatoes have begun to run up and down. Let me pan you around so you can see. Hold on. Pan you. So the sweet potatoes have begun to run up and down. Yeah. Sweet potatoes have begun to run. Them take them own sweet time to start, but they have begun to. I always tend to pull off the ripened leaves, and I'm going to drop them right back into the container. Right. Yeah, so the sweet potatoes have begun to move. The little cucumber still doing its thing. Oh, there's another spoiled cucumber on there. Oh dear. So we take that off and we just drop it in there. Alright, so I have been watering this cucumber using a 1 gallon bucket. It have a hole in the bottom and the water seeps through the hole. So it was full, that's where it's at. So it is constantly being watered. Right. I have added a in-ground composting system into the sweet potato. Most of what I put in there, I don't put any nitrogenous stuff. It's mostly banana peels and stuff that I put in there. So that is what I'm doing for this. Right. I'm encouraging fruiting on my sweet potato this trip, y'all. So this is the bed into which the compost has been, the ferment has been put. Right. This is where I've put the ferment. So I've been harvesting callaloo. I harvested callaloo, what, 3 times from, I have 7 stalks of callaloo in the garden, and I've harvested twice. Twice to give away, once to consume. The callaloos really taste good. If I say so myself, they do taste good. So until we meet up again in the garden. This is Anne saying thanks to all my subscribers, old and new, for making it yard steady in Jamaica. Thank you for continuing to like the videos, to share the videos, to leave your comments. And if you have not yet done so, please press the post notification bell so that you can be made aware each time a new video is uploaded. Have a blessed evening. Your guide.